Hello people of the internet. We are still working on trying to release the fedora-review tool after 2 years since the latest release. In the last videos we fixed most of the failing tests and skipped the rest because I didn't want to waste any more time on that. I don't even know if the tests are broken or the code is broken. I think the tests are broken, more likely. And now we are going to continue and try to finally release it. We are also writing documentation for it, and I have it somewhere and I'm not sure where exactly. We have the documentation somewhere. Releasing MD, yeah, this is the one. So we are writing a documentation while doing so that everything is properly documented and so on, and so that anybody can do the release, not just the people who know the stuff. Now, okay, let's continue. I think no more introduction is necessary since we worked on this project and on this particular issue for 2 videos at least. So let's just continue. Last time we fixed the tests, so this passes successfully now. And the tests are being run when we do make release actually. I meant these tests. We fixed these tests and they are being run while making the release. By the way, when looking for this documentation, I also noticed we have some update version here. Let's take a look what this does. Updates version from. Okay, this might be interesting because last time I actually modified this manually, and the problem is when I now do make release, I think make release like this, it doesn't actually produce the tarball for my newest release. So maybe I cannot update it manually. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, that's when we ended up the last time. I want to update the make release to not run tests because that's a waste of time at this very moment. We will of course just comment it out and we will run them later. But running tests, cd test, run test. Okay, so I think we can just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like bash. I don't like bash, man. Anyway, we can probably just comment this out. Do not run the tests. I think when I do make release now, it should go quite quickly. Yes. Excuse me. So it went quite fast, that's good. However, we can see this one, 010.0, while I was trying to build a package for 011.0. So something wrong about that. Also, Fedora hosted, I think, is dead. We can take a look. Fedora hosted here. Do you want to upload Fedora hosted org? It's SCP, okay. I think Fedora hosted doesn't exist anymore. I think we have Fedora people, maybe. But yeah, Fedora people still works, definitely. But Fedora hosted, I think not. Should we remove the question entirely? No. Okay, so then we are not getting these. I think we should just okay, so this is about Git pushing the tag, Git creating a tag for the version and pushing it. Okay. So what if we do you want to publish the what? Publish the release? Maybe. Yes and no. By the way, were there two spaces or just one? Okay, that's fine. If reply is yes, then we just do this. So I mean this. So we are not going to push to host that anymore. That's, I think, reasonable. Okay. Don't publish to how is it called? Fedora hosted org, Fedora hosted org anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, connection timed out. The site doesn't work anymore. Okay, but what about our latest building the latest version, because we are still building the older one? I think maybe we can try to remove this one, and maybe we can try the update version, or was it called update version /update version. What happened? Oopsie daisy. Okay, nothing happened. So what if we update version 0.11.0 and still nothing happened? Okay, so how does this script works? And I remember looking at it in my very first video about this project, and I think I didn't understand it back then either, because we define where we are, then we change directory to source fedora-review. Okay, cool. This is just a check if we can write to something, I think to the current directory. Okay, cool. OS path exists a version. Okay, so maybe we can take a look at that one. Then for some reason we do this, which I don't understand. And that's it. But maybe we can try to take a look at source fedora-review. Is there a version? It is. What's inside? Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. So we need to version tmpl. We need to manually bump it here, and then we need to run this script, probably git status. But that doesn't do anything again if we get from version. But okay, okay, this updated So I guess this file is git ignored. Yeah. I think if we do tmpl, yeah, okay. So what if we make release now? What happens now? Okay, still the old version, which is unfortunate. However, I think we should run the update version. We will write it to the notes. So to build for the current version, okay, like this. That's cool. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, let's continue. This is getting weirder and weirder. Maybe we can take a look at the make release script again. Make release. What it does, because I remember we went through it in the very first video, but I don't remember since it has been a long time, and looking at it, I don't like it already. Anyway, batch mode, quick. Okay, quick means disable tests, implies B. Should we try it? If we throw away this, why do I have this dash here? Okay, cool. So I should have no changes at this moment. Only this one. Okay. Make release. If we do Q. Okay, nice. Maybe we should make a note about that. Run tests. To build current. If you want to skip running tests when doing release, use Q. Of course, this is just a random garbage notes. We will need to restructure the document, move the parts to more appropriate places and so on. Like half of it has nothing to do with the releasing. So this is just a notes file basically at this moment. Okay, the docstring was helpful though. Making post release, okay. Preparing post release, okay. Creating release, update version. Yeah, we were. Import upstream changes of spec changelog. Sounds more like downstream changes, but either way, doesn't matter for us now. Comment git tag. What the hell? Reactivate global git tag. So we should take a spec file, take a look at spec file, global git tag. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. By the way, if we take a look at the latest release, so Megit show, I don't know, I don't do this very often, show commit maybe? Yeah, cool. Okay. Do you see any messing with the git tag? I don't think so. And if we git log and try to search for this, check this out. Commit after that is not related to the release, and commit before that is not related to the release either. Which means that the git tag is probably not needed anymore. Now I'm thinking, do I need to manually update the version of the in the spec file? Would that be it? I don't think so, because we are still talking about, well, created dist. Okay, so maybe let's try it. So let's manually, let's do instead bump new version 0.11.0 so that also release is decremented. However, we did break our release tag. There was some more information and now it's lost, so maybe we need to manually do this. Either way, it was a good idea to do the new, to bump the version, because at least we got a changelog out of it. What happens if we do make release now? Okay. Cool. Cool. So our releasing document, update the version here, bump, maybe update the version in the, how is it called, fedora-review spec, fedora-review spec file. And then we can do this probably. Now, we have our source RPM. Should we try to build this in Copper? I think we should. Will this run tests when trying to build? Because that would take a long time. Check. There is a check phase. With tests, without tests. Oh, this is ancient. Now, do we do tests or do we don't do tests? Invoke with explicitly -- test, so to enable tests. So I think the tests should be disabled at this moment. That would be good. Five 704. Hey, do something. Nice. Okay. Do I have some fedora-review project? Oh, I have. Cool. Okay. Last time I tried a year ago and I failed. Which is cool because now we are quite succeeding. That's cool. Okay, let's try to upload it. By the way, do I need S390X? I don't need them. Let's not waste copper resources. S390 here, here, here. I don't know why they are enabled. Okay. By the way, somebody is messaging me on Slack. It's weekend. Oh, it's not work related. Okay. Anyway, we'll submit the build. And then I will take a peek at the message if it's important to deal with right now. But I don't think so. It can probably wait an hour. Okay, where do we have that package? So it's here. It's here slash this one, right? Okay, cool. If we take this very link, I cannot even press keys right now. Okay, and if we put it here, build. We could have used Copper CLI. Maybe we'll do that for the following build. Easier than copy pasting the path like this. Oh, this is slow. I mean, hopefully my internet is slow, not copper, because this is not good. Okay, so is it some giant file or what? If we take a look, it's 25 megabytes, that's nothing. So maybe copper build frostix slash, was it fedora-review, bam. And now it finished. Okay. So we need to wait until this is finished. And if this finishes successfully, then I will try to install the tool on my system and I will try to run it and use it for some actual review. If it works fine, then I think we successfully released, and we should probably create a pull request with all the changes we have done and publish it to people. Okay. So, by the way, okay, so let's keep by the way for later and let's try to take a look what's wrong here. So, how is it possible? Is it because the source... It shouldn't be because of the source, right? Because the source should be... Okay, let's take a look at... Yes. So it's here, is it not? Oh, that's 10.0. So for some reason... Inside of the tarball, there is 10.0 names. Why though? Dist. So we can make sure, right? I will open it in Vim because my Emacs worked perfectly. You have seen that. However, sometimes it switches to my email client. I don't know why, and I don't want to leak any of my emails. So we will open it in Vim. We will not open it in Vim. How so? Okay, let's open in Emacs. What? I mean, okay, Vim will be fine too. However, I wrote an incorrect path. I wanted this. Yeah, check this out. We have this dist fedora-review 0.11.0, and when we open it, the directory in it is 10.0. Why? Why? I mean, why? Who creates the tarball? Tar. So basically, this version is correct, I think. I think it automatically runs the update version, so maybe we don't even need to run it. If we do releasing, I think maybe this is automatically done by make release, right? Lol, it even writes on IRC, that's cool. Anyway, where do we use some tar command? Here. tar xf dfile would be nice if I understood this. Let's take a look at this docstring for a sec. Update version, sure. Import upstream changes, sure. Git tag, yeah. Is the problem with the git tag? Git. Interesting. Tag. Okay, so what is... I mean, this just... Is this just to put... That's just git tag. I mean, no, this shouldn't be relevant. We will try to git grep 0.10.0. Wait. How is it possible? Okay, I mentioned that file, but Okay, so that was release. This is version. Okay. Update the version here, and I think we can put also this file here. If we jump to this file and do 11.0, I have no idea if this helps anything. But then we have only tests, some binary garbage, spec file, and news. So if we now do this again, like there is anything where, yeah, there's anything that could be relevant. So status git diff. Maybe let's try to do the release again. So make release queue. And if we open this, I mean this one, well, it's still broken. Okay, really cool. What if we commit git maybe here? So what if we take this and we take this and we take this and we take also this? So try, I mean, let's call it whatever it was called the last time. I guess just release something, but magit show commit, it was called release this. So 11. Okay, cool. If we do git show, we have that one. Now, so what if we do queue again? And we open the tarball again. Oh, okay. We needed to commit, most likely. If we try to submit this to Copper now, this one. Okay, we can open the build here. We can kill this. This may be safely interrupted. So the build is still continuing. And we need to commit. And we need to update the versions. And the spec file. And now we need to commit. Commit all the changed version numbers. Okay. We should also write changelog entry in, I think it is news, right? Make a release. No, releasing in news. And let's do it like this so it's clear that it is a file in this directory. Okay, what about this one? Oh, it's failing already. I don't like that. Still, no such file or directory. Well, this is weird. Okay, let's take a look. So, if we take a look at this, we can take a look at this and this one. Yepers. Okay, so this looks reasonable. Fedora-review underscore review. It is looking for fedora-review. That might be the problem. That might be the problem. Let's take a look at this one for a sec too. I mean, dist. Yes. Okay, so the tarball is correctly named. What did we see? Okay, agload warnings. Oh, that's not a problem. And yeah, that is the underscore. Okay. Okay. What can we do about the underscore? We probably need to take a look at the spec file and the prep phase. So it's just auto setup, which means it takes the source 0 and extracts it. So the problem is not in the spec file. We need to maybe it is. So okay. Who creates Fedora version? I mean, there was some version, right? So this file, check this out. Here is an underscore. Is it something we changed? Yeah, that's something I changed. Okay. It has underscores now. I mean, that's true. Who generates the tarball? If I do dash here as it used to be and try to make a skew, what happens? Could not create. Well, that's helpful. Could not create. Yes, because now we have the dash. I need to find some music to put on. Okay, cool. Now I don't know if we want to keep the dash there and make sure it is built correctly, or we want to put an underscore there and change the RPM packaging side of things. I think most reasonable would be to put an underscore there, because otherwise PyPI would bitch about it. But maybe is this project on PyPI even? Fedora-review. Doesn't seem so. If we do this and do review. Okay, so this project is not on PyPI, likely. Which means we don't have to necessarily put an underscore there. If we keep this, is this problem? Make release. Yes, this is where it fails. If we remove ref everything from dist and do this again and take a look at the dist, we don't have anything generated in the dist. How so? So this is our dist file. We remove everything, then we go to test and whatever ls files. I mean, what if I take this and run the command? What happens? We put the quiet there, so maybe we don't want that. But it was clean, okay. What if we do this one without the quiet? Okay, it does stuff. And it generates... Yeah, it generates the underscore one. Can we specify... Okay, this there is sure. We cannot specify the name. Keep them formats. Formats for source distribution, comma separated the list. If we what does the formats parameter do? Oh, I mean, oh, this kind of format. Okay, that's not useful. We could have done list for help formats, okay. But can I force it to use dash instead of underscore in the resulting tarball? Question mark. Not directly. You sure about that? Set up by name. We have it here, so you are lying, bro. This is outdated information, I think, because it used to be this way, and now since PyPI forces us to use underscore, then it just automatically does that. Do we have some Py project? We don't. Okay, so I guess there is no way to do it like this. Okay, let's throw this away. Now, should we just should we just change the underscore here and hope it helps? I think maybe we can. Okay, let's do just work in progress commit. Maybe we'll squash it to something, maybe we will not. I am not sure. And we will... Okay, what do we need to do now? We need to do make release now, right? Make release queue. Okay, if we take a look at this spec, it has the underscore there. Oh no. No, this is wrong. This is wrong, of course. Because this is name dash version. We actually need to replace name with fedora-review with underscore here. The underscore is here and not between the name and the version, of course. So, okay, and let's squash this one together. So we have now fedora-review dash version. Okay. Now we try to make a release. And we will take a look at the produced spec. Typo. Yep, underscore is there. So now the question is this. Okay, fedora-review this one, and this has underscore. Okay, we will try to copper build this, and I think yeah, the file name didn't change. We didn't bump any releases or nothing like that, so the file name is same as it was before. Okay, we can close this, and this. Now, okay, we have maybe a minute before it starts failing. So once we successfully make our first release, my idea is to immediately submit a issue for the project and suggest moving this to a different upstream location, either to GitHub or to Forgeo, at forge fedora-project.org, either GitHub or here. I'm not exactly sure. My preference is probably GitHub, but I don't really care. Anything other than Pigure. And once we migrate the project, because we are going to do this together on a video, we are immediately going to set up some CI for tests and maybe some improvements to the release process so it's easier. But the release process itself maybe isn't that hard. I don't know. Once it's documented, maybe it's just fine to keep it as is. Anyway, for some reason we are cding into a directory with dashes. Okay, we need to auto set up we need to specify the name here, but I don't remember the syntax, so maybe let's rg auto setup in my downloads rpm specs latest rpm specs like this. Yeah, okay. So I mean, by the way, this directory we rg'd in is a directory with all the Fedora spec files that I downloaded at some point. So maybe we can do something like this and our real name. Let's take a look at this one, real name. Okay, so they just do this. Okay. Yeah, and the name is like with the prefix. Sure. We are just going to hard code it though, fedora-review, like this. Okay. Now we will commit this change and we are going to do the make release. And we are going to copper build this again. Maybe I should do this local in mock, so it's maybe it is faster, maybe it's not, I don't know. Good enough. Okay, we are waiting for another build. Yeah, so definitely we need to move the project out of Pagure and set up some CI as soon as possible so that it never falls into the messy state it is currently in. So I'm very curious to see if this succeeds or not. I think maybe we are slowly getting to it. Hopefully it will work now. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Oh, sure. But see, the error changed. It has underscore now, but it still makes sense because it is, the name is actually this one. So if we open, let's open just the tarball, this one, yes. So it looks like this, and we are putting into the name just this. So we need to add also a version. Wait, yeah, this is a part of version 2, right? There is no release. Okay, so it's just version like this. Okay, work in progress, make release and build. Okay, open it in a browser, close the old one. By the way, is a lot of stuff running in Copper right now, or what's the current situation? Because Copper is quite slow today. Nothing is happening. Maybe some background builds, but I don't think so either. No. Okay. This is interesting. Let's take a look at the front end. Hopefully we won't leak any secrets there. Production, okay, this is just fine. Wait. Yeah, this is a public table. Yeah, no problem. Okay. By the way, if you want our database, there are public dumps on the website, so you can get that database if you want to. However, we filter out some private tables from that, so you don't get user information. Okay, if we are here and we do htop, I mean, memory is free, everything is free. I don't know, why is it so slow? Okay. Either way, what about this one? Please. Please, pretty please. Did it refresh or not? It's so slow, I don't... Let's do without a cache. Okay, so it's still running. Okay, so this looks promising. This looks promising. Hopefully it will finish. And if this finishes successfully, then we just need to submit a pull request with our changes. Then we need to update the documentation, and that's it, basically. Okay, that's cool. Now, I have no idea how long this is supposed to run. It runs fedora-review. What the hell? Why? Oh, that's why. I think we already finished the build. Is it possible? I mean, this is deprecated, sure. We don't care at the moment. Now, is this running fedora-review tool? I think this is just a fedora-review tool after the build. Fedora-review, that's not helpful. Let's scroll. Run fedora-review tool for packages in this project. So I think we actually successfully built the RPMs. We are just running fedora-review for it. The naming is unfortunate. We are running fedora-review tool for the fedora-review tool. That's why it's confusing what's happening actually. But I think the build of this package is actually finished, and we are just running some checks after that. So we will wait. This can take maybe another 3 minutes. So jump ahead if you want to see the result. But I think it will succeed, because when we run fedora-review tool in Copper, it doesn't affect the results of the build. It just produces the review.txt and review.json in the directory, in the results directory, and you can use that for your Fedora review ticket. Or Fedora review service can use the JSON file, but the Copper itself doesn't change the state this one based on the Fedora review results. So even though if there are failures, then the build succeeds. And we are succeeding even now, which is perfect. We are finally getting it. I mean, finally doing it. That's cool. I tried to release the project last year and I just failed so miserably and ended up needing to ask somebody to do it, and yeah. Okay, this is really cool. This is really cool. I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. Finally. Okay. Okay. So what do we have here in these works in progress? Yep, this needs to be squashed all together. And squashed into what? This tarball, yeah, this one. Okay. So if we squash these together and then we rebase here and move this commit here and squash it like this, then we can take a look at this commit and we have everything together. Cool. Release. Remember when I said we need to write the news file and we didn't do that? Yeah, we need to do that. Git not link commit, magit show commit. I wanted this one. So news change. This is the previous release, by the way. News change, spec, TMPL, and test case. I think that's very same to us, right? Oops, this, yeah, sorry, Magit automatically opens the new one instead of opening both of them. That's sad. Okay, but I mean spec, TMPL, and test case. So we have everything but the news file. Let's take a look at the news file then, and we need to do something like this, 11, and we need to put all of the comments here, and I don't want to do that, which is because it is so freaking boring. However, by the way, the tag is here and the release is here, which is unfortunate. But there wasn't too many changes. Shebang, okay, this is, I think these are just some maintenance stuffs, some more spec cleanup. Okay, do they link? They don't link issues in the news file. By the way, let's end up this episode right here, and let's continue with a new one. I will continue just right after this video, but let's end up right here so that we have our long episodes and not 2 hour long episode, one episode. So let's end up here. I will continue right ahead with another one, but thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.